Welcome back to the podcast where we test our patience and men's boundaries.
And mostly Michaela's patience while she hears me yap about the same thing over and over again until eventually I get distracted by another man.
Yay.
We love it here. So really fun times. I had the lovely experience of breaking up with a guy because he was busy on Sunday. And then I tried to take it back to little effect. Shockingly, it didn't work. So
Tell us a bit about the man first.
okay, I guess I could do that. So this guy, met him on Hinge, of course, boo. That's just how you do it. He was one of those swipes that, you're like, you're kind of my type, but like probably not, but you're having a bad day and you just kind of liking anyone that looks similar to your normal type. He was one of those. But on paper kind of made sense. Like dark hair, 6'2",
Mustache.
Great mustache. Really hot mustache. Kind of like the face like of a woodland creature. You know how I kind of go for that? Like people that like,
I didn't see that in him.
I feel like he kind of like gives off like a little bit like rabbit or gopher vibes, but like tall and masculine looking, but like
No, I don't see it.
I don't know. Anyway, so tall, dark hair, mustache. That's really the
Thinning hair, terrible hairline.
Oh my god. Well, to be fair, on the Hinge profile, he was wearing hats, or I couldn't see his hair.
That itself is a red flag.
Yeah, but I love a boy in a hat. You know that. Okay, anyway, so I was away when we started talking, and we texted so much, and talked on the phone so much, and he came on super strong. It's actually, now that it's been like 6 weeks from now, it's hard to even picture him coming on super strong, because obviously he's so different at the end. Mm-hmm. He was like, oh, like, would you go to Australia for Christmas? Like, how many kids do you want?
I don't think you mentioned that he's from Australia.
Oh, yeah, he's Australian. Great voice.
When you could hear it.
Yeah, true. He also really mumbled. But yeah, so anyway, he came on super strong, really intense at first, asked a lot of like really intense questions, but also I guess at this age maybe it's kind of fair to ask those questions when you don't know somebody so you can stop talking to them if it doesn't align.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we talked a lot, then we hung out, went to the beach. It was cute. He brought me a flower.
Just one.
He bought a whole bouquet to bring one flower, which I think was cute. Mm-hmm. Then he took me for dinner, and it was really nice. It started off really strong. I was like, oh, like maybe I like this guy. Maybe he's good. And then
no one else thought that.
It's true. Nobody else thought it was a good idea. Everybody else thought that he was bad. Is there anything that you'd like to share at this moment? I feel like I'm just monologuing.
Well, I don't really have much to say yet.
Okay. Cool.
You're just explaining him.
Yeah. He's like kind of quiet. Like definitely the type of guy that is like, I don't have feelings. Like the last time I cried was 5 years ago. I cried a tear at my grandpa's funeral. Yeah, he's like that type of guy.
Did he actually say that?
He literally said that. I think twice.
I cried. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Tell me you're not in touch with your feelings.
Oh, but then also he was like, I'm a really emotionally intelligent person.
As long as like, those emotions aren't sadness.
Or anything other than anger. Yeah, and I was like, okay, where did you even learn the word emotional intelligence? Because this guy, like, he's not dumb, but he's not a smart guy.
He's a little dumb.
Yeah, he's more street smart. I wouldn't say he's educationally smart.
His brain is Swiss cheese, baby girl.
That's the other thing. So this guy, like many Australians who come to other countries do, was like a ski bum for like 8 years, 6 years. I don't know. So he did that party hard ski, snowboard lifestyle. So potentially his brain is pretty fried. If you know, girls who know ski bums know. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, look it up. I don't know what else to say about that one. Oh, and he said offensive things. He said cancelable shit. And then when I tried to, like, call him gently on it and ask him not to, he was like, this is who I am. I don't mean it that way. And I was like, yeah, but if you're going to hurt somebody's feelings, why you got to say it? And also just like, he was pretty sexist. For sure. He's quite sexist. Unfortunately, it seems like that's a repeat pattern for me. What else about him?
Every time you tell me about a man, I am so confused as to why you keep seeing them.
Yeah.
Every time you tell me terrible things like, oh, he murdered his entire family. But I think he's pretty cute. He literally murders stray cats in his free time, but he has a mustache. Okay.
Okay, here's the thing. So I'm describing him, and I know it doesn't make me sound like I like him, but I still am so incredibly attracted to him. Like, if like, when I was across the room from him at a party or whatever, I was like, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with you.
Being attracted to someone and liking them are two very different things.
I know.
I think you got that confused.
Probably. But
also had a small penis.
He doesn't have a small penis.
She said he
You've
did.
never seen it.
I don't need to.
It's totally regular sized.
That
It was
means
nice.
it's small.
It was nice. No,
Stop
it was like
protecting him.
No, it was like normal size. Okay, I've seen some small ones, and that one was normal.
Incredibly average. What a flex.
But the sex was so good.
I had the unique opportunity of actually getting to meet this one.
And this is really interesting.
So,
It's our
we were at your house?
It was my fourth date with him.
Fourth date.
We've been seeing each other for a couple weeks.
I was just leaving her house, and I thought I would stay for like a few minutes, say hi, suss this man out. And then he walks in here with an attitude.
It's true. He did come with an attitude.
He came in. He barely acknowledged me. He said, hi.
Did he say hi?
Barely.
I feel like he said hi to me and then was like, hey. Like, just like the head nod to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird.
It was weird. And then in the studio apartment, he sits on the bed and starts unpacking his overnight bag.
Yeah, that was weird. That was really weird.
Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah, so he comes in. So he came from after work, and he is stupid. So he chose to live like an hour away from his Monday to Friday job. And so traffic was bad. So he was tired, obviously. It was a work day. And he worked the next day. But he came with his, like, huge duffel bag. And his work clothes for the next day, which makes sense. And
a hanger so that he could hang his own clothes.
Yeah. And he's, like, kind of works in business. So I guess he wears, like, business clothes.
But don't worry, it's casual Friday, he
yeah,
said.
He definitely
It's okay if there's a few wrinkles, it's casual Friday.
And then he was like, oh, it's just like it's just a knit cashmere shirt with whatever. I'm like, okay, nobody asked. Also, we're women. We know what cashmere is by looking at it. Like, I obviously noted that as soon as you put your hanger up.
Anyways, then he was
so
mean.
He wasn't so mean,
He was
but he
nasty.
wasn't as nice as you should be.
No, he's nasty.
He
made
been
fun
a
of
nasty girl, nasty.
He made fun of everything I said.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I heard that you lived in city that I'm from. And he said, no, I'm from Ski Town, or Ski Hill, which is in the same city.
True. It's like, just because it's in a park that's outside of the city doesn't mean that it isn't
It's
in
still
the city.
within city limits.
That's like saying, oh, I heard you're from New York. And the person's like, no, I'm from Manhattan. Like, yes, you're from Manhattan inside of New York.
Yeah.
So, but okay.
Yeah.
You're better than everyone because you live in a ski town. I feel like actually that makes you
More annoying.
Yeah, like less cool. Because that means you hang out with the same 50 people on rotation your whole however many years you've lived there. How are you not bored? I'd kill me. Anyways, he comes into the house. He unpacks his bag. He's not very kind to Em. And he's like playfully teasing her.
Not playfully.
Okay.
Rudely.
Rudely.
Going. We'll cut it out.
He's playfully teasing her. But, like, a little bit too much for the first time that you meet somebody. Really, the whole thing was just kind of screaming, I've been seeing this girl for months. I'm very comfortable here. We've had many sleepovers. You're the person who isn't as, like, you're the person who's the guest. That's what it felt like to me. It very much felt like he was like, you're the guest.
But even more, like, even worse, because
it's almost like...
Because he wasn't even treating me like a guest, more like a nuisance. Like, he sat on the bed and like, oh, should we eat now?
Yeah, he was like kind of like hinting that you'd leave, which was really weird.
And rude.
Maybe he was jealous of you, because I obviously talked about you a lot and have said that you're my soulmate. So perhaps, I mean, he's a jealous person. So perhaps.
Still a weird flex.
Super weird. Super weird. I've had other guys do that, but only with, like, guy friends. I've never had a guy do that with a girlfriend.
I don't know, dude.
Anyway, so he was definitely trying to assert his dominance. I'd like to clarify this, like, again, that was our 4th date. Like, me and this guy's. Buckets. And, this is the first time he was sleeping over at my house. So, just an interesting play. Very interesting play. And so there was that, and we didn't see each other for very long, but, like, he met quite a few of my friends, and I met quite a few of his friends. Actually, just, like, this last weekend, he took me to Ski Town for the weekend, but he dropped me off at my cousin's house first. The drive there was crazy. He was, like, so stressed about the traffic, and I was like, oh, like, yeah, city traffic on a long weekend is kind of tough, isn't it? Interesting, hey? Shocking news. He, like, wouldn't shut up about the traffic. I was like, okay, haven't seen you in 10 days, but let's just complain about the traffic. Just smoke about it. God. Yeah, dropped me off at my cousin's house, and then texted, when I said, oh, like, I'll be in Ski Town at this time, we're gonna, like, grab a drink before I see you. He was like, oh, I didn't think that you'd want to see me after that drive. And I was like, yeah, I mean, fair, the vibes were weird. Oh, and when he dropped me off at my cousin's house at, like, 9 o'clock at night, he didn't wait for me to get into the door. He just drove off.
Not cool.
Super weird. Really weird vibes. Yeah. And so then we had, like, kind of a discussion the next day where he was like, oh, like, maybe you should come up on Sunday instead of on Saturday, so that on Saturday I can focus on my friends and on Sunday I can just focus on you.
Mind you, they drove, like, 3.5 hours to this place where you took a day off of work.
Yeah, to be able to
go. And he's like, oh, actually, I don't want to spend the weekend with you.
Yeah, I want to hang out with my friends. And then when I did, so, I ended up coming up on the Saturday and partying, and now I know that the reason why he didn't want me to come up on the Saturday was because he was doing so much coke, and because he drinks, like, I don't even know, like, a bottomless pit of despair. Holy shit. He's, like, drinking so much. He did so much coke. They partied so hard. He left me alone so much. Comes back every, like, 20 minutes to kiss me on the forehead and offer me another drink, which is nice, but, like...
Every 20 minutes? That's a lot.
Honestly, time wasn't real for me, so I don't, it felt like a lot. Comes back to give me a drink, tell people that he's obsessed with me and really likes me and whatever, and then
he told his friends when he was drunk that he loves her.
Yeah, he was like, I love this girl, which is just classic.
Not really.
I mean, I feel like a lot of times when you're seeing somebody and they drink, they say that, no?
No.
Oh.
Have you ever?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like guys have done that to me before.
Who?
Quite a few guys.
Name them.
Name them. I'm just going to drop them out. I'm going to list their first and last names here. Everybody grab your pens and paper.
Give their addresses too.
Yeah, why not? I'll give you their current partner's name as well so that you can go and say, excuse me, is it true that you told Amy back in 2019 that you loved her when you were the lamplighter? Anyways, so that happened. Kind of weird vibes. The Sunday and Monday, he was so hungover, like he barely was alive. So I'm so glad I didn't just come up on the Sunday, because that would have been boring as heck.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nothing else eventful. I met, like, all his friends. This ski town's pretty small, so, like, all the people that he hung out with, I met them all. Which is kind of a lot.
Every single one of his friends.
Yeah, which is kind of a lot.
Which is a lot.
For when you're dating for, like, 6 weeks.
When you've had 4 dates.
Like 6 days, but yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It was fun. I had fun, though. And drove back, and then I was away for the week, like, staying with my family. And I texted him the other day and was like, hey, like, I'm going to be back in town this weekend. And I have a car on Sunday. I could come to your house in the evening. And he was like, oh, yeah, like, you have a car. Like, that's so fun. You can go on an adventure. Sorry, I'm busy.
No, he said, I'm so sleepy. I need my me time.
He said after you can go on your own adventure. Choose your own adventure as long as it doesn't have me in it.
Yeah, but he didn't say I'm busy. He said I'm a sleepy boy.
Okay, he said he was busy, but it's the same thing, really.
What was he busy doing?
He was busy being a sleepy boy. And then he was like, we just hung out, like, all weekend. And I was like, it's Thursday. And he's like, oh, haha, I'm just, like, really tired from the last 2 weekends of partying. And I would really like some me time. And then I was like, fair enough. And he's like, are you sad about that? And I was like, yeah, like, I'm sad that you don't want to see me even for a bit, of course. Anyway, so then the moral of the story is I went back to bed because I was annoyed, and then I woke up and said, you know what? You seem too busy. You're new to the city. You're new to your job. You're new to this cricket league that you decided to join that's 2 days a week after work and all Saturdays. You just don't have time for me, so I need somebody with more time. And then he said,
what the fuck? But also, you're amazing. I really like you. Maybe one day.
Yeah. So that's what happened. So I guess I dumped him because he was busy on Sunday. But before we went to Ski Town, we hadn't seen each other for 10 days because he was so busy with cricket and work. And then it's just an obvious pattern of what's going to happen.
Yeah, and then what happened the next day, Amy?
Oh, yes.
Something you might be a little embarrassed of?
Oh.
I hope.
I'm not embarrassed at all, though. The next day, I was on a boat, as one does in the summer, and had a few bevies, as one does in the summer.
1.5 beverages.
It doesn't take much. And I texted him a picture of me in my bathing suit. And he was like, what is occurring here? Why are you contacting me?
She said, what did you say?
Oh, true. So I sent the picture and I said, hope you're having a good day. Wish you weren't so busy. And then me in a bikini. And in my mind, I was sending that picture and it was like, oh, like, even though I'm drunk and having fun, I'm still thinking of you, looking cute. But
in everyone else's mind, it's rubbing it in his face so hard. Oh, you're so busy. I'm on a boat looking hot right now. And
it's crazy how much of a bitch I am.
On accident.
I was just trying to be, like, flirty and tell him I was thinking about him and make him miss me by, like, sending the picture. That's what I was trying to do. But I actually probably kicked a hornet's nest.
Absolutely.
Because he probably has anger issues.
Definitely. So then she says, what did you say? I still like you. Oh, he said, what's occurring here?
He's like, why? Yeah, and I was like, well, I still like you. And he's like, yeah, but you ended things yesterday. And I was like, I know, but I don't know. I was kind of just hoping that you'd say that you did have time for me.
Oh, yeah. And then he goes, oh, no, you're right. I thought about it and I don't have time for you.
And then he proceeded to tell me his summer schedule, which, honestly, he doesn't have time for anything because he has cricket 2 nights a week after work and all Saturday. And then he works Monday to Friday, and then he has work courses 2 times a week after work. So that leaves Monday and Sunday. And Sunday is his me day to, like, to nap and to grocery shop, I guess, for steaks.
Wait, this man eats steak and chicken on rotation, and that's it.
Yeah, like, he's not a veggie person.
Steak one day, chicken the next, then steak, then chicken, then steak, then chicken.
A few times he sent me a picture of his dinner, and it was literally just, like, a huge steak and fries. And I was like, where's the vegetables? And he's like, the fries, the potato. So that was crazy.
And then the other day, she said, what did you have for dinner? And he,
yeah.
he said, I don't know, I don't look anymore, I just eat. Boy, what? How do you not know what you're eating?
Oh my god.
Which also makes me think he's a terrible cook if he cooks so terribly that he can't even feel the texture difference versus a steak and a chicken.
It is pretty interesting. Also, he was a line chef in a ski town.
That doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean shit, but he likes to say it. He likes to say it. 17-year-olds are.
16-year-olds are.
True. 15. Something else that I think is interesting and notable about the situation that I had with Buckets is, that's what we're calling this guy, by the way, is Buckets. Because there's nothing in there. But is that when I went for lunch with him and my cousin and her husband, my cousin was like, do you guys even like each other? Like, you keep bringing up other guys, and I didn't realize that I do that.
Like, in the way that she said, oh, well, other guys normally do whatever, or other guys like my cookies that she baked.
Yeah, no other guy has ever dropped me off and driven away.
Yeah.
Which, like, to me, is just a fact. Like, I just want you to know that I'm not used to poor treatment. But then, at the same time, I guess it doesn't make guys feel, like, special and unique.
Shocking?
Oh no, I'm not good at making guys feel special.
I would also like to say that for like the week prior, I was like, you don't like him.
It's true. It is interesting that she was saying that for a while.
I knew it. I was right.
Yeah, well, now here we are. I'm a little sad, but mostly just because I think I wanted to have, like, a little summer fling, and I'm sad that it wasn't him because he's tall, has a great mustache.
Terrible hair.
True.
Mumbles so you can't hear him ever, and you have to keep saying, pardon? Pardon?
True. He's pretty bad. Can we just bounce back and forth and say all the bad things about him? I feel like that would be cathartic for me.
Okay, hairline.
Yeah, true. Like, really into himself. Super overconfident, like, horrible. I loved it.
Never asked you questions about yourself.
True, he didn't ask me many questions after the first few weeks.
Had a lot of opinions about colors.
Yeah, he really, really, really had a lot of opinions about colors. Oh, something else he didn't like about him is when I was in the ski town, I wore jeans and a sweater. I don't typically wear jeans and a sweater. Like, I'm a skirt and a shirt kind of girl. I don't know, like, I wear skirts and dresses. Like, I'm feminine. And he always said that he liked that. But then when I was wearing this jean and sweater, he was like, oh, you just look so comfortable. I really like your outfit. He said he liked my outfit like 7 times. People, it was literally oversized jeans and a Patagonia sweater. That's it. That's my outfit. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't notable. Why do you like it so much?
He's weird. Oh, he also always said your ass was fat.
Oh, yeah. I really hate that. Like, do I have a bangin' booty? Yes. Has every guy I've ever been with commented on how much they love it? Yeah, of course. But, like, I've never had a guy say, oh, you have such a fat ass. It's so big.
It's so 90s slang.
It's so weird. Maybe
like
that's an Australian thing. I don't know. Maybe. It could be. I just didn't like it. I prefer, just for the record, if any future guy wants to date me who happens to listen to this, or if it's you, Buckets, I would have preferred you to say, you have a tight ass, fuck, your ass is hot, your butt's crazy good. Literally anything else. Please don't use the word fat in reference to me in any way.
I don't think any boy would listen to this podcast and want to date us.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Honestly, no guy dates us and wants to date us. So it is what it is. Oh man, it's rough out here. So that was cool. I could think of it. Oh, he watches a lot of telly. I think that's gross.
Saying telly. Did you pick that up from him?
No, I
just started saying that recently.
I just don't talk about that, like, television much.
Okay.
Anyway, he watches a lot of it, and bad shows, like lame-ass shows, like Supernatural, if you guys know what that is. Completely B-list, C-list show from, like, 2000.
Whoa.
You like it?
Let's not call them out on here. They might send their fan after us.
That's true. Don't curse me with whatever ghost stuff you learned from that show. Also, his favorite movie was The Greatest Showman, which is weird. Number 1, not a good musical. Number 2, interesting choice. That's all I have to say about that.
No, number 3.
There's
just 2 things.
It's just kind of weird. He has lots of sisters, and when he talks about them, it really sounds like he doesn't like them at all.
How many is lots?
6.
Holy moly, that is a lot.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like any of them. There's so many to choose from.
It sounds like he likes his youngest sister, but he didn't really have a lot of great things to say about anyone else.
Weird.
He didn't really say good things about his family. He didn't really talk about his family much, which I think is suspicious. I get that you don't live in the same country as them, so obviously there's, like, you're not that close. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of weird. He also gives serial monogamist vibes. Like, I feel like he's probably had a lot of girlfriends, which is fine.
I think we haven't mentioned on this podcast yet that you don't ask questions. You're very shy to ask questions.
It's true.
Boys. So she, like, dated a guy for 6 months, didn't ask him a single thing about his past relationship.
Because I didn't want to answer anything.
That's not the only reason.
True. It's because I'm a coward.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that's how she goes.
Sick.
I am curious if Buckets is going to hit me up when life gets slower. I kind of feel like maybe. Since he still follows me on Instagram. If he unfollowed me on Instagram, obviously he wouldn't. But because he has me on Instagram, he's going to be seeing how cute I am in my posts, and then he'll respond to one. It's so easy to slide into somebody's DMs like that.
Yeah.
Plus, the sex was really good.
Why don't you tell them about the Instagram fiasco?
Which?
How he deleted it, and then as soon as you broke up with him, he re-downloaded it.
Oh, that's true. So he likes to do a thing, allegedly, where he deletes Instagram for the summer, like social media for the summer, which is cool, I guess. Okay. And so he had deleted it basically like a couple weeks after we started, like, talking regularly. And I had sent him something over the weekend when I was drunk because I forgot that he didn't have Instagram. And then, as soon as I broke up with him, I was looking at my story views, as one does when you post a thirst trap. And there was his beautiful name right at the top. Buckets.
Buckets.
The crazy thing is that I say all this stuff about him, and I know that he was, like, kind of homophobic, sexist for sure, just not great. Like,
yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Party's hard.
I don't get it. You're like, I love this man.
I still, like, honestly, still would try again. I don't know why.
Somebody
I really liked him.
Send help.
I really liked him.
No, you didn't.
I feel
You're
like
just attracted to him.
I'm attracted to him, but I feel like I liked him.
Would you like to hang out with him and not have sex?
Yeah.
No. Lie.
Okay, maybe
She's
not.
lying.
Maybe it's hard to say because I don't really know him because I never really asked any.
Exactly. So how do you like him?
You got me there. Okay. Well, that was good.
Thanks for coming.
So that's the end of that situation. Shit. Just another one to add to the book.
That's all, folks.
So thanks so much for coming on this journey with us. I'm apologizing that you had to listen to us both, mostly me. I am exhausted with myself.
Join the club, sister.
Oh my god, you're so mean to me. Maybe that's why I like mean guys, because
You're
I'm so
obsessed
used to
with
my
me?
mom being mean to me and you being mean to me.
Oh, I'm on the same level as Debs.
Not at all, but it's a similar flavor. I never know what I'm gonna get. Like,
the
do you
rudest
hate
thing I
me
ever
today?
heard.
Do you love me today? Actually, that's not true. My mom never loves me, so it's totally
Exactly.
different.
Yeah. Cut the podcast. Cut that out.
Okay. Thanks so much for coming. Can't wait to see you guys again when we talk about our lives unraveling.